in mind. So I've been really, really busy, and at the same time, I've not been very well in terms of taking the marketing classes, and that's why we had a little break in the process. So today, what we want to do is to what we want to go into the full marketing class. We want to look into mastering client objectives and customer relations, and then client objectives and customer relations. So, before we go on, I want to introduce to you GoodDeeds Network again, and to let you know the purpose and the goal of this marketing class. So, GoodDeeds Network is a platform that connects both givers and receivers together in one space. Now, how do I explain this better to you? Imagine that you are an athlete. Now, somebody, a middleman. Now, you know somebody who has something to give, and you know another person who is in need of what this person wants to give. You then bring both of them together, right, to create a solution. You bring the both of them together to create a solution and a lasting impact. That is what Good Deeds Network is all about. And now you might be wondering, so if this is what Good Deeds Network is about, why then do we have the marketing class? Of course, Good Deeds Network is also all about creating solutions to the world out there. And now we were able to identify a problem for small business owners. Small business owners, they have difficulty in promoting their business, they have difficulty in reaching out to people. They lack some basic marketing skills. And this knowledge is what we want to impact directly to business owners. We believe that if we can impact business owners, of course, we are going to have a good and stable economy. Aside from we having a good and stable economy, we also have businesses who can rise up to also be a part and partners of good deeds. So from here, they also can go ahead to what to create good deeds and do good deeds out there. So this is the purpose of the Good Deeds marketing class. So I'm sure we all understood this. We have very limited time for this marketing class, and I'm going to be very, very brief and detailed in this session. So I want you to pay attention. I'm sorry that we don't have this class live. I'm sure a lot of you wanted this class live. Well, most of you also still go ahead and ask for a place, wherever it is. Just make sure that you go through this. Don't forget that we have a certification at the end of this 3 months class, and you can get your certification at the end of this. So without wasting your time, let's go into mastering client objective and customer relations. So of course, just like the topic says, client objective and customer relations. Before I go on with the class as well, I need you to understand that this presentation was made in just 5 minutes with gamma.app. Gamma.app. You can see the screen, GAMMA.app. GAMMA dot app. That's gamma dot app. So gamma app can create presentations for you in few seconds, a landing page. It can do more as well for you. So what is mastering client objective, and what also is customer relations? In this presentation we want to focus on we want to focus on communication, conflict resolution, and relationship building with your clients. If you're an affiliate marketer, your clients are the people that you are trying to sell to. If you sell bags, shoes, and every other thing, you already know what your clients, who your clients and your customers are. So we want to explore how you can communicate with them effectively, conflict resolution, and then how to build a good relationship with your client. So, without wasting much time, you want to understand the client landscape beyond the surface. So, you want to understand where your client is coming from. I want you to understand something, right? That there is nothing, no business that your client has with you aside from that thing that they want to get from you. Now, what do I mean? That they don't have any business with you aside from what they want to get from you. What I mean is that, now take for instance that I am in need of a shoe, and then I come to you because you sell shoes, and then when I come to you, you sell the shoe to me. I wasn't satisfied with the shoe, and then I asked for a refund, and then you get mad at me. Now, I would never have come to you. I would never have known you. I would never have spoken to you by chance or anything if you were not selling what I wanted. Now, you need to understand that no matter how clients shout, scream, and talk to you, some clients are very rude, some clients are very, very bad. No matter how they relate with you, they are only there because of what they want, not because they hate you or not because they hate your business. Now, this is speaking from the client perspective, right? Also, I want you to understand that clients also have objections. They have objections like, what if this thing don't work for me? What if I don't like it? What if this? What if that? Now, they won't have this what ifs if they were not interested in what you do. So, we understanding the client landscape is very, very much deeper than we think right now. So, for you to handle your clients effectively, number one thing you need to focus on is what? Active listening. Active listening and empathy. Active listening and empathy. This cannot be overemphasized because sometimes it is not what your clients are saying to you that they need, that they want at that given time. It's not what they are telling you they need that they want at that given time. Now, let me explain it to you. Some clients might come to you and tell you, I need Google Sheets. Now, why do you need Google Sheets? Oh, well, I have some things I want to do. I want to balance some formulas. I want to balance some equations. I want to balance this. I'm trying to give a detailed account about some financial statement and every other thing. Now you look at them and you tell them, okay, what else are you looking to do? Then say, well, I also want to write some extra notes and attach it to the document. And you tell them, okay, that's good. Now, where do you work? What do you need? What are the tools that you use? And they start opening up to you more. They start telling you. Aside from that, too, I'm also willing to record the whole process. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do that. Just by speaking and speaking with them and listening to them actively, you are able to understand that what this client actually needs is not just Google Sheets alone, but the full knowledge of Google tools. Now, if you have a course that teaches effectively on Google tools, then you can sell it to them. You can sell it to them. For instance, if you're a fashion designer now, you have a client comes to you and tell you, I need this shirt. I need this particular shirt. I want to sew it for this particular shoe that I have, and they show you the shoe. Or let's switch it to the other side. Let's say you actually you sell shoes, and now a client comes to you and tell you, I want this shoe, and you're like, okay, I want this. You want this shoe? That's 20,000 naira. The client tells you, I don't have that amount. That's too much for me. And no, we're talking about active listening. Now, the first thing that comes to your mind when they tell you it's too much for them is not to think that, oh, look at this one. This is a broke client. This one cannot pay what I'm trying to sell. And then you start avoiding them. You start detaching from them. No, you don't do that. So what do? You can go further to ask them an important question. Ask them question like, okay, this shoe that you have in mind, do you have a specific event in mind that you are trying to attend That's when they will tell you that, oh yes, I have a particular event, or I'm going on a date. This is the clothes I have in mind. And you, as someone who sells shoes, when they share it with you, you are able to see that, oh, this shoe doesn't actually match your clothes. So how about I give you something like this? And if you're able to come up with a better choice for them, trust me, even if it is more expensive than what they initially came for, they will buy it. Why? Because first of all, you're able to listen to them actively. You're able to relate with them on emotional levels. And that's what listening actively is. Now, aside that, you're also able to get them to trust you in a way. Because if you're able to relate with them, then they develop a level of trust with you. Like it or not, the way we trust people these days is based on how much we communicate with them. If you don't communicate with people frequently, you will never know how much you trust them. You understand? So let's go to the next thing. You can see the statistics here that 70% of customers leave due to poor service. And on the example stated there, it says sales double after implementing the needs-based selling. The needs-based selling. Tackling their major need. That's why I tell you the other time that sometimes some clients don't know what they really want. They don't know their major need. They know they want something, but they don't know what they really need. So it is through active listening that you can be able to what? To know your client's needs. Now, effective communication is broken down in 3 places. I'm glad I mentioned trust the other time. First thing is clarity. The second thing is transparency. And the third thing is what? Trust. Clarity, transparency, and trust. Now, we can all agree that if we have clarity in what we are discussing, then there is an understanding. Now, if there is an understanding and I'm transparent through the process with you, you have what? Trust for me. You have trust for me. So, how does this apply to your business? I've sold a lot of courses to people, and these courses that I sold to them, they were courses that they never needed before they spoke to me. But after they spoke to me, they knew that they needed it. They knew immediately that what? That they needed it. Now, what am I trying to say? At the point I was selling this course, Amazon KDP for beginners, teach people how to write books on Amazon and what, publish books and then earn in dollars. About 2020, 21, 22, it was trending a lot in Nigeria. I was an affiliate marketer and I was selling it massively. But I was not like other affiliates who just want to sell. I make sure that when people tell me I'm interested in this course, I ask them why. Why are you interested in this course? And then they start to tell me, well, it's not like I'm a writer or I love writing or I have any interest in doing it. Now, they're telling me this definitely has shown to me that if they buy this course, they will not study it. And me as a seller, I might as well be like, well, yeah, I've made the sale, I get my commission, they can move on with their life. But no, I don't do that. If I do that, there is no way that I can have them as my customers and retain them. I still have a lot of them still speak to me till today, and I still sell to them till today. Some of them still bring website jobs to me till today. Because I wasn't all about the sales. Now, once they're able to tell me that, I'm interested, I'm not interested in this course, I just want to make money. I understand that publishing books on Amazon is not an overnight miracle money. They will get frustrated, and because they are not interested at all they're interested in doing is to make money, I don't sell it to them. Instead, I tell them, have you thought about other things that you could do that can fetch you money easily? And then they begin to tell me, I don't have any talent. I'm not a content creator. I don't know what I can do. And I begin to wonder, well, I go back to the marketplace and check for different courses based on different skills, and I start relating with them. Can you do this? Do you think you have some strength in this? Do you think you can actually achieve this? Do you think you can devote time to do this? And now, by communicating with them openly and being transparent with them, because I tell them, see, if you get this course, you are not making sales in 30 days, in 60 days, you get tired and you say that the cost is a scam. And that's why a lot of people out there are saying that affiliate marketing is a scam. You can't tell any Nigerian as we speak that come and do affiliate marketing and let me teach you affiliate marketing. They will be some can push you and punch you in the face out of annoyance. Why? Because they had the idea that if they start affiliate marketing, it's some referral stuff and then they can start making money immediately based on how the marketers advertise it to them. They were not open. It was not clear. The message was not clear that if you want to succeed in affiliate marketing, then first of all, you must know copywriting, you must know how to be consistent, you must know how to run adverts, or you must have enough budget for ads, you must know customer retention, you must know how to automate email messages, WhatsApp messages, and so many ones. You must gather lists and everything. I wasn't told that too when I started. And I went 6 months without making a single dime. And I paid 40,000 naira for a course. So you need to make sure that you give clarity and you are transparent so you can build trust between yourself and your client or your potential client. You understand? So make sure that in your communication you are what? Clear, you are transparent, and you build trust. Now, even if you are sending them WhatsApp messages and emails, make sure that it is clear enough for them. Make sure that it is what? It is clear enough for them. It is clear enough for them. So let's move to the next thing, which is why we are here, of course, handling objective, conflict resolution, turning challenges to opportunities. Now, when you are trying to tackle a client's problem, when you are trying to solve an issue can come in different ways. Clients have issues at 3 different times of their life. First is before payment, second is during payment, and third is after payment. These are the 3 periods that clients have issues. Before payment, during payment, and after payment. Now, if your client has issues before payment, during payment, or after payment, there are different ways that you can resolve it. The most situations clients have issues is usually before payment. And what do I mean by before payment? Before they even come to you at all, they are not making sales. Right from when you are not making sales to the point that they are about to make that payment, they can always have issues. In fact, they're always having issues. They're always having doubts. Will this thing work for me? Is this product good enough? Should I try this product? Or are there any other products that can do the same thing that is cheaper? And so on and so forth. Those are issues. Now, if your product is not telling them directly that my product can solve your problem, your product is hard to understand, or your product is not communicating what it can do, it's not cheap enough, and so on and so forth, then they have issues with you. But let me talk about a few issues that clients I meet when I speak with clients. First thing is, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. Now you are selling something that's not even expensive, as cheap as 5,000 naira, and they still tell you it's too expensive. I can't afford it. Now, is it really expensive, or is it that they don't find the value in it? They don't find the value in it. Because one thing I know, that something that is treasurable, people pay for it. When people know the value of something, they pay for it. Sometimes if I go to the market and I want to buy a shoe and they tell me the shoe is 20,000 naira, and I look at that shoe so well, and I picture myself in different clothes on that shoe, and I feel deep down that I don't think this shoe is worth the 20,000 naira. I'm not going to buy it. It's as easy as that. As easy as that. So the same thing it is for your product. Wherever you do, both online and offline, people will not pay if they look at what you do and they think that it is not worth it. They think that what it is not worth it. If they know that what you do is worth it, they will pay. Now they may not pay immediately. I'm coming back to that, but they will pay if it is worth it. Now the problem of them not knowing the value of your product comes in what? Miscommunication, and that's why you have miscommunication on the screen. If you are not able to effectively outline exactly how your product solves a particular problem for your client, then there is no way you should expect what? Sales. There's no way you should expect sales. So let's take for instance a situation. Let me about 2-3 years ago, I was selling a video editing course, and this guy, he came to me and he told me that he wanted to learn video editing, and he has tried this Adobe Premiere is too complicated and he cannot understand it at all. And I was like, well, Adobe Premiere is very, very complicated to understand, especially if your system is even too small, right? Then there's a lot of time you should just start hanging and so on and so forth. And I asked him if he had tried other tools. He said no, he hasn't. That he believes Adobe Premiere is the best that he can get out there. At the time we had CapCut, we had InShot as well, but these are just basic video editing tools. So I knew that for him to want to use Adobe Premiere, what is his intention? And this is where active listening also comes into. Are you trying to be a video editor for big events, or are you trying to just be a content creator that can join different videos together? And that was what I asked him, and he told me he just wanted to create videos for YouTube and Facebook and so on and so forth. And I was like, well, you might as well just go for InShot mobile app, or you might just go for what? CapCut. At the time there was a course on Expertname, and I told him, if you take this course, it will teach you exactly what you know how to do, what you need to know how to do. And that was it. Easy sale. Why? Because I was able to tell him clearly what the course will do for him. But a lot of people, if they want to see them online when they want to sell the video editing course, guess what I see? Learn video editing and start making 50,000 naira and 100,000 naira on daily basis. And I begin to think that, are you serious? Are you serious? So what these people do is what? They sell the promise. They sell the promise, but they don't sell the content. Now, when you sell fake promise to people, what? People are frustrated in the end. If you tell me, learn video editing and start making 750k, that was what his partner said. I said the other time when affiliate marketing was trending with Expertname. Start affiliate marketing and earn 750k per month. That was what everybody was advertising. So, if you tell me to learn video editing and I will make 100k, and I'm just somebody that is trying to make money, and you tell me if I learn it, I will make 100k, and I learn it and I'm not getting clients, then there's a problem. I'll be frustrated that you lied to me just to get your own your sale. And that's where the issue comes in. You sell the promise. You sell the promise, but you're not selling the main content. Of course, both works together. You have to be able to tell them what is ahead of them, but you have to be able to tell them exactly what they want. This is what transparency is all about. So now when your client asks you tomorrow, oh, this product is too expensive, and I asked them, Are you sure you really want to learn video editing and want to know how to edit videos, just like the video you saw on Facebook yesterday? The person is like, yes, I really want to learn it. And I tell you, then it's not too much for you, because once you can get this course, you've gotten it and you will know it for life. That's the end of it. Now, if they genuinely don't have money at this time, that is when they will now tell you, I don't have money. But if they had money, they will pay. I've had people tell me I don't have money, and the next day they pay. I don't have money, and that same day they paid. I don't have money, that same night they paid. On that instance, they paid. They changed their mind, and they'll tell you, well, I wanted to use this money for something before, but I changed my mind. The reason they changed their mind is because what you just presented to them is more valuable. It's now more valuable than what they had in mind to use that money to do. Now, if they genuinely do not have money, what do you do? The first thing I'm going to say is two things. You have two options. Number one, try your best. Number two, leave them and follow up with them. Now, what do I mean by try your best? Give them offers. Give them offers. If your product is 20,000 naira, ask them, how much do you have right now? I'll tell you, what I have right now is 15,000 naira. Okay, drop it. Pay the 15. When you have the rebalance, you can balance up, and I'll give you the product. They tell you, I can't give you the 15. I can't give you the 15 until I balance up. That's when I can have the product. You collect the 15, you are committing them. Now, if they can't give you the 15, and you look at it well, and you see that even if you give them for 15,000 naira, you won't be at loss. At the same time, you may not make a lot of sale. Give it to them. You commit them ahead, and tell them to give you a timeline that you are satisfied with, of which they will pay the balance. I know a particular client of mine who is the CEO. That when client says they don't have enough money for a particular product, let's say it's 20,000 naira, he will tell them how much, ask them how much they have. If they paid 15,000 naira, he will tell them they will pay 22,000 naira in total, adding the extra 2,000 naira for giving them what, in installment payment. And that's something you can do as well. That's something you can do as well. Now, miscommunication happens most times. What? Before sales, or during a transaction. But unmet expectations happen after. It happens what? After. How do you handle challenges after sales, or after a particular transaction is completed? Sometimes ago, I saw a video course to someone, and they came back to me and tell me this course is trash. I'm not really interested again. I need my money back. I don't want my money to be a waste and stuff like that. What do we do? Refund. What are you expecting? Are you expecting me to say something like, hold on to their money? You refund. If you refund them, you are creating an healthy space for them to come back. A lot of people have refunded, they still come back and buy the same course or the same products from me. Why am I able to easily refund? Because I know the value of what I am giving. I know the value of what I'm giving. I know the value of what I'm selling. And that should be the same for you. Now, on cases you do not need to refund, it's not all situations that you have to refund. There are some situations, in fact, refunding is the last option. Now, when clients comes to you and tell you, this particular product, I'm not satisfied, it's not good enough, you need to explain to them, this product is a basic version. We have a premium version. We have another one that is actually much more better than this, but it is more expensive. We gave you something that is affordable. Explain to them. Let them justify the reasons why they buy that particular product. You understand? Now, when a particular client or customer purchase a product, let me tell you, all of us, we all do it. If you buy a phone, some of you go online and still go and check how much the phone is. The phone is just bought. You bought it for 500,000. and then you check online, you saw that the phone was 550,000 naira. In your mind, what are you doing? You are happy. I got it cheap. But take for instance that you got a phone for 500,000 naira and you went online and you saw the same phone, somebody else selling it for 350,000 naira. You feel cheated. You feel cheated. So you want to allow your customers to feel satisfied in their mind that they got the best deal. So whenever they come to you and tell you, oh, my expectations, oh, it's very, very much below my expectations, try and give them reasons that will make them justify the sale, what they got from you. Now, if they insist and they persist that they want a refund, why what you give a refund? You give a refund unless what you sell does not warrant a refund policy. It does not warrant a refund policy. So now that is if the transaction went the other way around. Now we are trying to talk about handling objective and customer relations. Now, relationship building and developing long-term partnership with your clients is the best thing that you can do. It's the best thing you can do. That's what I'm talking about. Refund, satisfying them. Your client are the soul of your business. Imagine opening a shop for 365 days in a year and nobody comes to you. Nobody buys. Your product will go rotten, spoiled. You pay for rent. You pay for every other thing. You pay for the data you use. Every single thing every resources you've put in place, you pay for it. Why? Because you didn't get any clients. So what am I saying? Is that your customers are the life of your business and you have to treat them with the utmost respect. Now you have to build long-term relationship with them. Some of you think that when you make sale for a particular product, that's the end. The client can go to you don't even save their name. The person that purchased a particular product from you yesterday, last week, last month, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, you have no idea where they are anymore. And you don't know that for someone to buy something from you, it's because they trust you and they have the chances of buying from you again. So whenever you make a sale, you want to make sure that you also have a retention strategy. What's the retention strategy? A strategy to keep them to come back and buy again. To keep them what? And buy again. Now we have appreciation, of course. We all get that. Whenever you make a particular transaction online, you always get that thank you message. Or whenever you sign up, you get thank you for signing up, thank you for your payment. Oh, thank you for purchasing this product. You're happy. Everybody is happy. You can also create some loyalty bonus. I'm trying to remember a particular company that does this a lot. They create loyalty bonus. Even OP as we speak. A lot of us has First Bank, GTP Bank, we have Access Bank, but we still end up using OP and so on and so forth. Now, one thing that makes me go back to OP every single day is because I have 3 free transactions daily. Even though the 3 free transactions will not affect me financially, somehow that retention strategy keeps me and it catches me a lot. Why? Because if I go to my GT Bank application and make a transaction to another bank, I'm being charged sometimes 10 naira, sometimes 20 naira. And if it's a high amount, I'm being charged 15 naira. But OP is completely free for 3 transactions. And for many of us, we're making more than 20 to 30 transactions in a day. So imagine that before you even make the first half transactions of your day, you're already being charged about 200 naira or 300 naira from your bank for keeping money with them. No, we don't want to do that. Right? We don't want to do that. So you can create loyalty tips for your clients. Like what I just said now, referral bonus loyalty, free transactions loyalty, bonus loyalty, airtime discount loyalty. These are loyalty bonus that you can create. So I would have loved to talk about the real world samples, examples, stories, real world companies that we can use as examples so that we can get proper understanding. But like I just used OPA for this explanation. But this code is actually really limited to an hour, and I don't want us to close up in an hour. I want us to spend more than I don't want us to spend over an hour. I want us to use just an hour for this class. Our class is usually an hour and 30 minutes, but this would be just an hour. So let's take OPA as the example, just as I've stated before now. So, but what are the things for you to take away from this class? What are the things for you to hold? The next class we are going to talk about persuasion, right? It's a continuation of this class. So, persuasion, handling client objectives, retaining customers, they are all interwoven. You understand? So, but what should you take away from today's class? First thing you must hold at your right hand, like they say, is what? Understanding your client need. That was the first thing. And that comes in from what? From open communication. It comes from open communication and active listening. There's no way you can understand me if you don't listen to me. Sounds like a lady who is trying to explain to her boyfriend that I'm not feeling loved. You don't understand me. And the guy is like, I don't understand you, but I'm understanding what you're saying. How do you mean I don't understand you? But it's not listening, it's hearing. There's a difference between hearing and listening. Someone can hear you but not listen to you. Active listening is where understanding comes in. Active listening is where understanding comes in. And that's what we want to do. We want to understand our client's need. Second thing we want to do is now to communicate effectively. Talking is different from communicating. You can just hear what I'm saying. I say hearing is different from listening. Talking is different from communicating. When you are communicating effectively, you are making sure that the message that you are passing to the receiver is received and is clear. The person you are sending your message to is receiving your information and it is clear to them. Next thing we want to do is what? Conflict resolution. We want to know how to what? Resolve their issues. We want to know how to resolve their issues. We want to know how to handle their questions. I can't have. How much do you have? I have 2,000 naira. Guess what? How much is the product? 50,000 naira. Yeah, you are very stupid. I have. I've seen conversations like that on Twitter. The client has 2,000 naira, the product is 50,000 naira. The seller says you are very stupid. Get out of my DM. Imagine. Now, what if that person wins a bet tomorrow? The person wins the bet tomorrow. The person is never coming back to you. You understand? It's just how it is. It's just how it is. So, know how to resolve their what? Their complaints. There's no big customer and small customer. Of course, there are priority clients. But everybody is equal at the end of the day. And lastly, what do I say? I said, know how to what? Build a good relationship with your clients so that you can build a good customer base. Imagine that you have 10,000 people you've sold to before. If you send an email or a WhatsApp message to 10,000 of them and tell them you have something you would like to sell to them that will benefit them, there's no way of 10,000 people, 1,000 will be interested and 500 to 100 will buy. Instantly. Let's talk about others that will still come back later on to check back. Why? Because they trust you, they know you. They've tested what you sold to them before. Unless what you sold to them is bad, then I can tell you that when you sell to them, run away. Because if you come back, you are opening yourself up to get arrested. So, because this class is it's a recorded class, so it's a pre-recorded class. I'm sorry, that is not a live class. Please, if you have questions and answers, send them to me privately, and I will attend to every single thing. If your client, as you speak presently, are giving you issues, they're asking you questions that is difficult for you.